Hello, Pathfinder Nation. Welcome back to another full week here in the virtual Pathfinder world. I hope everybody had a great weekend, got rested up. We're able to get out, enjoy some of the festivities this past weekend. We're kind of starting the prep for the Derby weekend, so I hope everybody's enjoying that, but also making sure that when you get back on Monday that you're ready to go. So first thing that we need to kind of talk about is our KSA testing, which will be starting on May the 5th. The KSA test is mandated by the Kentucky Department of Education for all 10th and 11th graders and is an in-person test. So 11th graders will test on May 5th, 6th, 7th, and 10th graders will test on May 8th, 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. So, and you and your student should have already received communication last Friday from Ms. Susan Frosch regarding your scheduled in-person date. So if you know you're a 10th and 11th grade student but have not received any of those dates or any of that communication, you need to reach out to Ms. Frosch, and she'll make sure that she gets you the correct date and time that you're coming in. That's still several weeks away, but we wanted to make sure to communicate that because, like I said, this is a mandatory state assessment. It's very, very important. It's in person. So we want to make sure we get you that information and make sure that you're communicated with, you know where you're going, and that you're able to kind of get those taken care of. So I'll continue to repeat those dates each week on my update, but you also should receive this communication from Ms. Frosch in a separate email. Speaking of state assessments, we did receive all of our SAT data from our 11th grade students who took that assessment about 2 or 3 weeks ago, but prior to spring break. Exciting to say 30% of our students met benchmark on the SAT in either reading or math. And we also had 70% of our junior class take that assessment, which is the highest percentage we've ever had. So 30% already right off the bat meeting benchmark. Obviously, we're going to have some opportunities to for students to reassess and be able to kind of like work on that, continue to grow and get better. But that was really good data to kind of initially take a look at. We're going to be reaching out to some folks, obviously, and if you have not received your SAT scores yet, they are available online. If you're an 11th grade student that came out and took that with us, make sure you check that, see how you did. And we're definitely going to be working with you to continue to improve and grow with your SAT. So great job to 11th grade students. Really excited about that initial data point that we were able to see already. As you know, 6 weeks ended. And we have inputted our grades, so those will be available later this week, probably Wednesday, Thursday. They'll be available on Infinite Campus, so take a look at how you're progressing. Want to also let you know we have a 2-week May night school that's going to be in place. That's going to be May 4th through May 15th, where we'll be offering night school services, the same kind of time schedule as we've done before. So that'll be 3 hours in the evening. We'll get that information out to everybody, where every core content will be given the opportunity to get extra help. Obviously, for seniors who are working towards graduation and for folks who are trying to pass some certain classes, this is an important 2 weeks to try to make sure everything's together and that you're working on that. So just keep pushing, and we'll have those 2 weeks and get more information out for you next week about specifics. But just know when we get back from the Derby weekend, that'll be available. Upcoming event is our graduation, which we've already talked about, being Saturday, May 23rd, Broadbent Arena, 4:30. Graduation practice is going to be Wednesday, May 20th at 1:30. So got a couple of big dates coming up. All that information will go out. We've talked about your cap and gown pickup if you're a class of 26 student, and we've already had 190 students order cap and gown. So we know that information has gotten out, and then we will have a schedule for pickup. So that will go out as well. So be looking for that information about later on in May when to pick up your cap and gown, and of course also be able to pick up your diploma if you've met all those requirements. So graduation is getting upon us really fast, and we're putting together that ceremony, so we're excited about that on the 23rd. So just make sure you have everything taken care of with your grad requirements, so that your journey to success, whether that's your civics, whether that's just your course requirements, just make sure it's all taken care of so you don't have anything to worry about except for enjoying your Saturday with your friends and family. And last thing I'll talk about today is our enrollment process for next school year is open for 26-27. Application is available on our website. We've already had 200 students apply to join us at Pathfinder for next school year, and that's just in the first 2 or 3 weeks of the application being open. So we're super excited about the level of demand for our school. Shows that we're doing great things here. If you are a current Pathfinder student, you do not need to reapply. We've had some folks already do that, so don't make sure you don't do that. You don't need to. But if you know of people who are interested, want to join our school for next school year in the 9th through 12th grade, happy to take them on, happy to take their applications. Love for them to be part of our school family. So a lot of great things happen, a lot of big things on the horizon. We'll continue to update everybody each and every week. As we get closer, if you're a senior, be looking out for the information coming on email with all the dates and all the good things that we have coming up. So I hope everybody has a great week this week. I hope everybody has a productive 5 days. And let me know if you have any questions or you need any support at all. Take care.